Hey guys, what's up? Today we're going to be working on some plumbing. I think I have all the parts I need, but I'm sure I'll have to make a few trips to town today. Plumbing is notorious for always having to have more fittings than what you think, so I think at this point we've made 2 trips to Home Depot and a couple of trips to our local hardware store, and I still don't think I have enough parts for it, but I'm going to start on it today and I guess get whatever else I need from the hardware store as I go, because I'm not really sure what that is. But anyways, I'll try to document as much as I can. Alright, so here's what we've got so far. I've got all my PEX, a bunch of PEX fittings, a bunch of tubing, more tubing. We have our strainer, our accumulator, our pump, 12-volt water pump. Got a lot of shark bite fittings, which we'll probably need more of. When you go to do this, just assume you're going to spend about $200 on shark bite fittings. So that's what I did. First thing we're putting in is this tubing here. Should be good. Should have some hose clamps in here. Oh. Hoping this tube is actually long enough to where it'll reach my tank. Move that out of the way. See if we can drill a hole right there. Really, that needs to be chopped off. Screw this. Alright, let's see if we can chop that screw off with something. That's why you don't get Joby Gorilla Pods, people. It could take a while. I guess I could take it out. It'd probably be easier just to take it out. Let's do that. This can take forever. Sucker won't even cut. Yeah. Okay. Knew that was gonna be a pain in the butt. One more time for the one time. Woo! It's almost bad. Probably should have went over a little bit. A little bit more, but I think it'll fit. May have to drop it down a little bit to get through there. Won't quite make it. So let's see what we can do. This is proving to be a bit of a tank, if I'm being honest. Go away, Pepper. No one wants you. So here, this stuff's called Teflon tape, and it helps to make sure there's no leaks. No, Pepper. You're gonna ruin the video. So you want to apply this in the direction that you twist it on. That way it doesn't come off. And if you're getting water tanks, I would suggest getting 1/2-inch inlets, because the 3/8 have been proven difficult to find fittings that will work. So anyways, Here's my 3/8 to 1/2 inch adapter that I had to make. And then I've got 2 of these dishwasher 90s, is what they're calling them. These were the only fittings. Oh, there's only one. Should be another one. These were the only fittings I could get that were 3/8 to 1/2 inch. They literally do not make a 3/8 to 1/2 inch fitting in SharkBite. So this one that you just saw me put in is 2 separate fittings that I screwed together. But this is indeed the only 3/8 to 1/2 inch fitting for SharkBite at all, and they have to be a 90. So in this application it would work pretty well. I'm just gonna connect those 2 tanks, so it shouldn't be that bad. Then for this one over here will be our drain. Now got all of our fittings put on there besides that, but we'll have to wait to put that on. Okay, let's see if I can cut a piece of SharkBite or some PEX to fit in that. I might end up going to get a tubing cutter because that was actually quite hard. Pretty sure those are both in. Yeah, they're in. The first fill test didn't work. The first tank filled up and did not flow over into the next tank, so I gotta create some slope so it'll fill the other tank up while it's filling up the first tank. It's kind of backwards right now, so right now it's having to flow uphill to get to the second tank. So before the other one filled up, the first one filled up all the way and was pushing back out the inlet for the gravity fill. So I'm gonna try to figure out a way to make it slope down. I couldn't get the original all thread back to where it was going after putting the PEX where it goes, so I'm gonna have to be creative and try to figure out how to make it slope downhill. That right there, it's having to go uphill to get to the second tank, so I need to raise the first tank and go try to drop this one down a little further. So I'm going to try that, and then I got to figure out a way to make this go up without messing up this PEX right here when I first designed it. But the connections from the gravity fill to the tank, they're good, they didn't leak. I just can't get the first tank to feed the second tank. I'm trying to work on that right now. Alright, so I just spent about an hour and a half, maybe 2 hours in town looking at our hardware stores, trying to find some fittings, and surprised they didn't have what we needed. So this is the frustration I mentioned about 20 minutes ago or an hour ago, whenever it was, about fittings. Nothing is going to plan with the plumbing. I imagine this will take a few days, if not a few weeks, but I'm going to try to finish the parts that I can without having to order more stuff on Amazon. The frustration. Alright, so I don't really remember what we covered or didn't cover last time. I think we were working on connecting the tanks to each other, which kind of worked, kind of didn't. We'll have to figure out a better way to fill up the tanks simultaneously, because I don't know, one fills up too fast and comes out of the overflow port before the other one even gets halfway. So we're like taking a third of our capacity away by not being able to fill them up simultaneously. However, I think today I'm going to work on some of the plumbing, Hannah ran off with the tubing cutters, the PEX cutters, so I was gonna wait for her to get back, but I don't think that's gonna happen. So I guess I'm just gonna be using a utility knife to cut the PEX. Hopefully that works out pretty good. Alright, so we're here at my local hardware supply. I'm actually in their parking lot. I think I might just finish the day here, that way in case I have to go back in and buy something else, I'll be right here instead of having to go back and forth a lot of places. So I got some fittings I think I can use with this tubing right by the pump. That way well, I guess I need to go home. I gotta put something to mount the pump to, so psych. Alright, ladies and gents, we are back at the house. Alright, Hannah went and got me a little disconnect clip for the PEX, so I already took that mistake I made apart, and we're gonna get right back into doing this. She also brought back the pipe cutters.
Cool.
Alright, we have a soap dispenser now. Don't have enough fittings to finish all the plumbing because I'm waiting on some parts from Amazon still to finish the drain to the gray water tank, as well as composting toilet. I have the parts for the toilet, just not the parts for the drain, but they both have to be here to put into the. You need to get 2 more fittings to run our cold water underneath this cabinet, and then potentially even more fittings to hook up the water filtration system under the sink. So there's nothing else to be done today unless we go buy all that stuff right now, which I won't do. I've already been to the store once today, so we will pick up next time when all that stuff has been delivered, and we will finish the plumbing episode. I was sweating so bad earlier, like these shoes, it's like a bowl kind of. In my shoes, there was like a puddle of sweat in my shoes from my legs. I was like sweating, and Braden came out here and he's like, "What are you doing?" I was like, "I'm sweating."
Bye.